I tried to sue her for fraud, but that didn't work out for multiple reasons. My attorney at the time, for some reason, started suggesting I voluntarily withdraw the lawsuit and try arbitration instead. He said maybe he can sort it out on the golf course with their family attorney. Then Kim and Chris decided to kick me when I was down, when I didn't follow through with arbitration.
Welcome to IFAQ's #1 stop to entertainment and trending news. Now, Kim Kardashian is currently in trouble for ruining a man's life, allegedly. This is over an app that she launched back in 2015. The app was being downloaded 9,000 times a second on the release day and made millions of dollars in just minutes. But now the new drama surrounding the app, it's all about a lawsuit from 2019. So let's get into it. So Kim was sued for at least $100 million back in 2019 from a developer who claimed Kim Kardashian caught him out of her Kimoji app. David Leibensen was the man who sued her, claiming after he teamed up with Kim Kardashian to promote an anti-cyberbullying app he created called Censor Out, she then agreed to work on a new app with him and his partners. He said that he designed the Kimoji app based upon an agreement and that him and his partners will take 60% of the profit. He also alleges that he named the app but that he agreed Kim could register the trademark to keep things simple. Now this is where it gets interesting. So he claims that after Kim filed the Kimoji trademark in 2014, she reached out to him claiming that one of his partners had shared information about her and the deal was off. Now he claims that Kim was just using that as an excuse to back out of the deal and says that she went on and launched her own Kimojis despite not even coming up with a name to add salt to the injury. Kim backing out of that deal with him was in 2014 and at the time of him suing her was in 2019. So Kim and her team were going around to the press saying that him suing all these years later is absurd. Kim didn't want this to hit public court and denied his allegations of screwing him over, and in the end Kim was awarded nearly $400,000 to cover her attorney's fees and other costs. Now the reason why this is such a big deal now is because David has now come out with a website that he created called KimKardashianRuinedMyLife.com. On his website he's putting all his receipts from the situation and going into full details about what happened, claiming Kim ruined his life, saying that he is now sleeping in his car because of this whole lawsuit and so much more.
Hey TikTok, my name is David Leibensen, a once successful business owner, now sleeping in my car. Some of you may recognize me from a story that Kyla Zhao put out a few days ago. To be honest, I didn't expect all this attention so quickly after launching my website, KimKardashianRuinedMyLife.com, just a week ago. I'm embarrassed to admit that I wasn't exactly prepared for the amount of views, over 300,000 clicks on the website in just a week. For those that don't know, I was a self-made entrepreneur who founded my own startups, one of which Kim Kardashian stole. I tried to sue her for fraud, but that didn't work out for multiple reasons. My attorney at the time, for some reason, started suggesting I voluntarily withdraw the lawsuit and try arbitration instead. He said maybe he can sort it out on the golf course with their family attorney. Then Kim and Chris decided to kick me when I was down, when I didn't follow through with arbitration. I got other advice that was a bad idea. They had their attorneys send process servers to serve me papers to pay their $400,000 in legal fees, harassing my family. There's a lot to this. There's going to be more parts coming soon. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you. So this whole thing started when I had a phone case company startup with my cousin Dan and his friend Ryan. We had a pretty large following Instagram page when Instagram was a fairly new platform, and we were having a hard time keeping up with the feed. So we started an app named Sensagram for ourselves, but we put it on the App Store to see if it would be useful for other people. And we marketed it to as many high-profile pages as possible, and to see if they would, use it and spread the word. And so Kardashian had sent her friend Jonathan Chevin through direct messages to reach out and try to see if we'd partner, and he threw a percentage out, and it was just we couldn't really move past that first contact. But then shortly after, he reached back out and said her Hollywood game was doing big numbers, a couple $100 million, and they were really wanting to talk. And so he set it up for me to talk to her and for her to call me on my phone the next day And so we had that conversation, a lengthy conversation, and before I actually went out to California for the meeting. But I'll get to all that later. There's so much. Thanks for all the support, guys.
David is also walking around with a banner, as you can see, Kim Kardashian ruined my life.com. So of course on his website he talks about what really happened, and then he also gives the context as to why he has ended up sleeping in his car. And according to David, he was all in financially on his projects, and so he used a lot of money when it came to patent, legal fees. He also went through a divorce, he lost a lot, more personal issues followed. And so through his website he shares, I've been sleeping in my car to save money. I never stopped thinking about what I can do to hold them accountable and get my life back. I have had a few opportunities since then, but I haven't been able to gain any traction. The looming $400,000 debt in the whole mess has caused a chain of events I haven't been able to dig out of. So basically he is in debt, and he also has to pay this $400,000 to Kim Kardashian. And on his website he plans to share email, text, screenshots, original art for the Kimojis. He also alleges that he met with Kim and they made an initial partnership agreement at Chris's house in Calabasas, California. After that is when it all got weird. He lost everything while Kardashians went on to make millions of an idea she had nothing to do with. And so if you check out his website, you'll get a detail of what really happened between him and Kim Kardashian. And so right now this story is blowing up on TikTok, and there are people who are wanting to send him money to help him out. Other people are also sending him money so that he can sue the Kardashians. We don't know how this will end. Kim Kardashian has not spoken about this publicly as much as this is blowing up. Anyway, that's what's happening. You're up to date. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you're notified once you have any new uploads. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.